thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with a code for The Sims 4 Growing Together. Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So I've been really busy making families and Sims and lots and everything I could think of in preparation for Growing Together, because I'm super excited for this expansion pack and I can't wait to kind of show you what I've been up to. So this is one of the first families that I created for the pack. I've been playing a lot of GTA and me and my eldest keep on joking that Michael is midlife crisis Michael, so I was kind of vaguely inspired by what is going on with them and his family to kind of create this family. Now they're not like for like, they're not meant to be recreations of those characters, but they are kind of like generally loosely having the same vibe. So the idea of this family, the Tartosi family, because it's Michael De Santa from Los Santos, so I was like Michael Tartosi from Tartosa, if you see what I did there. So they've got a little bit of the same vibe in that like they're going through problems, maybe the family's a bit of a mess, like not everybody's getting on. Michael's kind of on the verge of a midlife crisis, so hopefully that triggers for him when you get to play with him and that kind of thing. So let me tell you about Michael. So they don't come from a very fancy background. Like the whole family are kind of like scam artists and they're kind of like one step out of the trailer park. I have built them a home, which I'm going to kind of show you soon. And like, I don't know what I'm saying. But I kind of want to talk you through the family first, because again, I may do a few let's plays with them and kind of see how their life plays out for them. So I've really thought about like the gameplay mechanics. Even before I got the pack, when I was making these Sims, I was thinking about the gameplay mechanics and what's available. So while they haven't got an infant at the moment in the household, like the idea is like grandma and granddad are here, they can pop around unexpectedly, they can help out with the children, like whether they want it or not is kind of a different matter. But I wanted to set up that kind of gameplay. So it's already quite a big family, and the idea is you move them in and you move grandma and granddad out to like other houses, and then you have an infant with them. That's kind of what's going on in my head. So Michael Tartosi, he is a criminal, but he's trying to kind of be like a legitimate businessman. He makes money through like heists and kleptomaniac type things. He's not a kleptomaniac, but I don't know how you want to play that gameplay wise, whether you want to get him in the business career or the criminal career. It's kind of up to you. But yeah, the idea is he's got a very sketchy past and he makes money in not necessarily the most legitimate ways. And the reason why he's kind of so obsessed with money and status is he's always kind of felt like he wasn't good enough, like his family wasn't good enough, his background wasn't good enough, and now he's got his own children. He's like, I want that kind of like status so that my children can have respect. That's kind of what he's got going on, and you'll kind of understand why he's like that when you meet his mother. So yeah, he's kind of got successful lineage. He kind of wants his family to be successful, he wants them to be credible, he wants them to be legitimate, he wants them to be respected, and in his head he associates all those things with money. He's self-assured, he is family orientated, he really cares about his family. Maybe doesn't have the best parenting skills at the moment, so when parenting interactions come up you may want to kind of choose negative options because he's not got the skill. So you know, kind of like strict parenting, or you know, some of the like, you know, like more just, I don't know, you kind of get what I'm saying if you're playing with parenthood as well. And then he's jealous, and so the reason why he's jealous is because he's actually an adult and his wife's actually a bit younger than him. She's a young adult, so he kind of, because he's going through his whole midlife crisis thing, he's scared his wife's going to leave him or cheat on him again. Like that's kind of a little bit drawn from GTA 5. And you know, he's actually got some problems with his self-worth. So again, he really wants respect due to like appearance and money and wealth and things like that. He doesn't understand that he has value himself. So that's his whole story arc that you can kind of deal with. And then some of the things he dislikes are things like hip-hop music, video gaming and things like that. He likes things that he sees as being fancy, so like classical music, jazz music, that kind of thing. Hard-working Sims. He's kind of old-fashioned and traditional, and this is where some of the rub comes in with his family. So if I jump to Amanda, again, I took the name from Michael's wife in GTA 5, but she's not anything like Amanda, because me and my eldest, we hate Amanda. So this is my version of Amanda, who's like very, very sweet. She's the Amanda that Michael deserves. And I think she's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I've not zoomed in on Michael's face. Let me just show you his face. He's got like I really like his face. Like, can I just kind of show you him kind of without the glasses and stuff? So I really like his profile. I think he's a very handsome man. He's got a lot going for him. He's a little bit, maybe like going a little bit grey around the edges, you know, but like a few wrinkles here and there. He's already got a mole. There are new moles in the pack. I'm not going to be looking at Cass in today's video. I may do that in a separate video. I feel like there's a lot of videos out there by other game changers already showing Cass. So that's not really what I'm doing. He's a hairy man. Oh, he's got a bite. He's been through a few things. He's been in a few fights, guys. He's got a bite there. So yeah, I don't know. He's got a little bit of a twinkle to his eye though. I think he's a hottie. I think he's an absolute daddy, and I don't know why he's so insecure, but there we go. So anyway, yeah, his wife Amanda is a little bit, I mean, she is stunning. She's so beautiful. Like, look at this sim. She's so gorgeous. I think she's really adorable. I'm really pleased with her, how she turned out. And then like her body as well. So she used to be a dancer. What kind of dancer, I'll leave that up to you to decide, but because she's a mum now, she's kind of let herself go ever so slightly, but she's still absolutely banging. And I really like her body shape. She's got this kind of like pear shape, and like I think she's stunning. Like, she's one of my favorite sims that I've created recently. I really like her, and she's so sweet. So again, nothing like GTA Amanda, very different personality. She's actually really sunny. What she cares about, so where her husband is like, I need to do right by my kids, I need to earn money, I need to get prestige, I need to earn respect, she's just happy. She would be happy back in the trailer. Like, she just wants to have her family around her. She doesn't care about wealth. She doesn't care what anybody thinks about her or her family. She's like, do you know what, we have fun and we're happy and we love each other, and that's all we need. So they're coming at the whole family thing from very different angles. So where Michael has like successful lineage, she's just like wants a big happy family. That's all she wants. And she's loyal. This is the thing, he's jealous, but she's loyal. So he has no reason to like suspect anything. I feel like he probably trusts her, but he doesn't, because she's so hot and because he like thinks so highly of her, he thinks she's so attractive, he probably gets really paranoid about other people hitting on her, that kind of thing. She's family orientated and she's cheerful, so she's an absolute darling. She just loves her family, she loves having a family around her, and she's just really wholesome, and I love her, and she's gorgeous. She is a bit of a party animal though. She really likes things like mixology and things like this, and like fun, like spirited behaviour, and she doesn't really like arguments and complaints and things, and Michael can sometimes be a little bit argumentative, so just kind of show you like conversation topics. He does actually like arguments, so that's going to cause a bit of controversy between them as well. I should probably just quickly kind of like flip through their clothes. They're not wearing clothes from the new pack. I may update them and put some of the outfits on them before I upload them to the gallery, but this is kind of like the vibe of them. So there you go, that's Michael, and then I'll jump to Amanda and show you her outfits. Again, it's just kind of like mixed outfits from different packs. So you can absolutely, I was going to like put this on her for a sportswear, but you can absolutely kind of like go in and kind of like update those with new items. Or even if you don't have Growing Together yet and you kind of want to like play with them a bit beforehand, you can do that too. Her party outfit, so she's kind of like a little bit kind of like trailer park, like hanging around in the country bars kind of thing. A little bit kind of like Jessica Simpson inspired, if you remember in that film that she was in. I don't know what she was in. I can't remember. I can remember, but I can't remember. And then I really like her swimwear. I kind of used non-swimwear items. So this is actually underwear, and this is actually a like just a top rather than it being swimwear, but I really like the look, like kind of like mix and match look. I thought that made like just a new, I was just looking for like different assets I could use as swimwear because I was like sick of like what we had, and then I've gone and used a swimwear top as a hot weather because that's my brain, that's how logic works. And then yeah, here you go, this is her kind of like cold weather outfit. So I think she's really cute. She's kind of got that boho country style to her. I think she's adorable. I think she's beautiful and I love her. One of my instant favorites. So again, she totally accepts her kids for who they are. She loves them. She sees no wrong in them. Like, they are perfect in her eyes. So she has a very permissive, very supportive, very loving parenting style, as opposed to Michael's more traditional kind of like firm parenting style. And then again, Michael is very old school, and he doesn't like things like video gaming, hip hop music, ambitionless sims, and this is his perception of his son. So Robbie Tartosi, here I've really kind of gone freestyle with the family. So Robbie Tartosi, he's really into technology. He loves computer games. He loves programming, and he's very, very similar to his dad in a lot of ways, because he also really values kind of like wealth and prestige and like the finer things in life. So he's got mansion baron. He's materialistic, but he's a genius. He's smart. So where his dad is kind of like trying to rob a bank, he's like hacking the bank systems. So at the moment, Michael doesn't understand his son. He doesn't see him clearly. But I think at some point, Robbie's going to be like, Dad, why are you trying to rob the bank? People don't keep actual real money in the bank anymore. It's all digital. This is how you rob the bank now. Like, let me show you what I do. So like further down the storyline, I feel like Michael's going to finally see Robbie and understand him and utilize his kind of like skills and his assets kind of thing. So like I say, he's a chip off the old block. He's definitely into kind of like designing his own apps and computer games and that kind of thing. And yeah, he's kind of like a little bit of an Elon Musk type entrepreneur character. I think he kind of looks like, not intentionally, but I think he kind of looks like the guy from Booksmart. If you've seen Booksmart, the kind of rich kid, I think it's the freckles in his nose and his eyes, and then like the shape of his hair. It like gives me those vibes. So yeah, that is Robbie, and he's kind of a good guy, but you know, and he hates arguments. His dad's always like arguing with him. He hates it. That kind of vibe. Lily is a little terror. I actually need to change her trait to slumber party animal. She is going to be the queen bee of the kids. She's going to be the queen bee of the social circle of the school. Think mini Regina George. She's kind of sociopathic, definitely uses people, manipulates people to get what she wants, and she absolutely has her whole family wrapped around a little finger, but she's a terror. So I've called her Lily because she's named after Lilith, who is kind of like a kind of like dark kind of mythology person. Yeah, she's a troublemaker. So she loves kind of like mischief interactions, malicious interactions. She dislikes complaints. She's like, I'm gonna bully you, but don't complain to me about it, kind of thing. So yeah, she's actually gonna get on with a lot of people. She is very sociable, but she wants to be queen bee. So she probably, when she ages up to teenager, you might want to use things like some of the kind of like popularity aspirations for her, and yeah, like I say, she's definitely a mischief maker, this child. She has a really, really good relationship. Like, she's the apple of her dad's eye. Like, her dad cannot see, I think, because again, she's kind of inherited some of his kind of like wheeler dealer kind of like everybody's out for themselves kind of ways. Like, they kind of similar in temperament, and so he loves her for it, like, because he understands her, which just kind of like makes her double down on kind of like her mischievous behavior kind of thing. And again, her mum is like, she's an angel, she does no wrong, so she's kind of getting away with being quite naughty and quite manipulative. And like Lily and Sarah. So Sarah is named after, because she's angelic, she's named after the angel like Seraphim, like that's where her name came from. So they really are very, very different characters. She's very sweet, she's very angelic, she's very like very naive. She absolutely adores her older sister, but her older sister adores her, but she adores her in kind of like a sociopathic way or narcissistic way, where it's like, my little sister is something that I can use to kind of manipulate people around me. So it's like, if I make Sarah cry, then the adults are going to give us treats to make Sarah happy. So they love each other very much. They're very much partners in crime, but Sarah's very sweet and innocent, and Lily's kind of like using her. So that'd be interesting to see how that plays out as they kind of age up. They've got Chop as well. So Chop the Rottweiler, this again is like GTA. There's Chop is a character. He's actually Franklin's dog in that game, but I wanted them to have a dog and they had to have Chop. So Chop is a loyal troublemaker, and he's smart because I want to be able to train him, right? Because again, GTA, you train Chop, it's a whole thing. But yeah, I wanted to have like the protective dog who's like protective over the toddlers and the infants. So there's no infant in the game yet because there's a limit to how many Sims you can have in the family. But again, my intention is like move the adults out, the elders out, and then have an infant baby, because that's all that Amanda wants. And then we have Mary. So again, I've really thought about like the chaos and the drama and how the gameplay is going to work with different characters. So Mary Tartosi, this is Michael's mother, and explains a lot. Mary is a total con artist. Again, Lily very much is a product of her lineage, her ancestors. Mary, she doesn't have a lot of money, and the money she does make, she's very like Black Widow. So her whole scam is she will move into a very, very rich person's house. So think like the land grab. She'd move into the land grab's house as a maid or a housekeeper. So she's like a live-in nanny, a live-in maid, a live-in housekeeper. She kind of gets a job there, and then she uses that address as though she lives there. And then she goes to bars or lounges and like all dressed up in her diamonds and pearls and acts like she's really rich, and she puts on like the voice and the mannerisms, and she convinces people that she is really rich and that's her house. So like Judith Ward, I probably will move her in with Judith Ward like as her housekeeper, but then she's got this address that's like the Hollywood Hills, so she uses that to scam people, to scam the banks and all this kind of stuff. So absolute scam artist. So she's very, very materialistic. She's a mansion baron, she's a snob, she's a kleptomaniac, and she's a foodie. She likes the finer things in life. She is like, again, like not very nice. So there's a lot of stuff she dislikes. She actually dislikes family motivated sims, so again that's going to cause a lot of problems in terms of like social dynamics when you play with them. She's not a very supportive grandmother. So again, if she turns up at the house, it's like, why is she turned up? What's she after? What does she want? What's the scam here? Why is our grandmother here? Like, you don't necessarily want her to come and help out. And then likewise with Troy Zancudo. So this is he's a little bit inspired by Trevor from GTA, but again, he's not Trevor. He's just kind of like roughly kind of like, there's some influence there like in the design of him. So he's actually he's a party animal. He only cares about having fun and living the best life. He's a slob, he's a party animal, he's a bro. So when he turns up, if he turns up and he comes round, he's just going to wreck the place. He's just going to make a mess. He's going to have parties there. He's going to play heavy metal music really, really loud. So one of my favourite things that I thought of for him, he actually has one of these new little hearing aids, and the reason is he's gone to so many like rock concerts and he plays heavy metal music so loud that he's damaged his hearing. And so like the thing with him as well is because again he parties so hard, sometimes he loses his hearing aid. He doesn't always have it, and sometimes he loses his pants as well, and sometimes he gets into, I don't know how he got those scars. I don't think he remembers how he got those scars. He doesn't remember getting the tattoo. He definitely parties hard, this guy. So like that's kind of like his look again, like the little, again, if you know like Trevor's character, he kind of like wears whatever, so he's got like the little bunny slippers. I just thought he was such a funny character. He's lost his shirt here. Yeah, I just found him a really, really funny character. Like, I think he'll be a lot of fun to play with. Like, he's lost his shoes. He just is such a, he's like chaos walking. So he's called Zancudo because that's the street that Trevor lives in GTA 5. So yeah, that's kind of what he's got going on. But he's like a party animal. He loves mean sims, he loves argumentative sims, he loves troublemakers. He gets bored with things like easy listening music and small talk. So again, he's not necessarily going to get on very well with Michael, who's trying to be kind of like all like civilized and posh. He's just going to see right through the BS kind of thing. Not necessarily going to get on. So if we just jump to some of the family dynamics here, I've kind of set these up. He's close with his wife. That it's a very loving relationship, but again they may have differences of opinion about what's important and how to raise the children as you play. His relationship with his son is difficult, close to Lily, again apple of his eye, permissive with Sarah, difficult with his mother, and then you can't really set one for Troy, but maybe you can through gameplay. Show you some of these ones. So Amanda's relationship with her son is supportive, permissive with Lily, lets her get away with things, close with Sarah, absolutely dotes on her, and like with the dad is like jokesters. So she's always happy to have a dad around, again, because she loves people for who they are, right? And she's not got the airs and graces. So she doesn't care if her dad comes around and like spends the week and trashes the place, because she's just like, I'm happy to have my dad around. But Michael cannot stand it. So I really like some of the dynamics, like some of the ways that I can envision this playing. So again, like you can kind of see some of the different relationships there with the kids and with the others. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff that can happen with these Sims. So that's it for this video. I will upload them, if not tonight, then tomorrow or by Saturday for definite. And you can find them, you'll be able to find them on the gallery. And yeah, let me know if you play with them. Send me screenshots at Cinderella Mouse on Twitter. Let me know in the comments below, like what kind of things happen if you do play with them. I'm really excited to play with them myself. I may do a little mini series with them, and that's kind of what I'm going on. That's the Tartosi family. So again, it wasn't really a cast overview, it's just a family that I've created for the pack. And yeah, like take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye friends.